Hello, this is the continuation of methods and functions in Java. In this video, we're going to create a complete example of generating unique numbers using methods and functions in Java. Okay, so let's create. So what what we want to do is to when we run this program, we're gonna generate a unique numbers, whatever it is, and given the length, let's say the length is 10, then the output should be a number that is randomized in order. So let's say 7, 6, 3, 1, 9, 5, 4, 2, and 8, and 10. Okay, so whenever we run the program, it will generate another set of unique numbers. So let's create. So let's start here in the static void main, in the main method. Let's declare an array of numbers. So the value of the numbers array will be coming from a method which we call generate numbers, and it has a parameter of, let's say, 10 numbers. Now let's define the definition of generate numbers. So public static, the return is an integer array, generate numbers, and the parameter is an integer which we call length. Okay, so let's create a local array inside the generate numbers, which we call also numbers, but it has a length of type, or a value of the length. So our function is generating an error because we don't have any return, so we need to return the numbers. Okay, so we need also the random object to generate a random number, and then let's start the loop. It's less than length I plus plus. So what this for loop will run as long as there is a unique number to generate. So if it reach 10, since we have a 10 as length, it will stop. But if the random number, there's a possibility that the random number or the RND will generate a number that is already in the array. So that is what we need to check. So first we need to generate a number using the next int and the bound. Bound means that that is a maximum value excluded. So from 0 to this number minus 1. So we don't need to include the 0. So then that is the rule. So let's say it will generate 100 from 0 to 100 and append 1. So in case that it reach 0, it would become 1 because of this plus 1. Okay, so now we can compare if this num is already existed in the numbers array here. So let's call isExist method and pass the number and the array that it is comparing to. So if it is exists, you need to minus a value in the incrementation so that it will not proceed. Otherwise, we need to append it in the numbers. That's like, okay. For next, we have a method isExist and it doesn't exist right now currently, so we need to create it. Public static boolean isExist, and the parameter is an integer num and then integer array numbers. So what we need to do is to loop to the array, and then okay, so next so compare it. If num is equals to numbers I, so it means that the num is existed, so we need to return true. Otherwise, return. So if the loop ends without returning, it means that the number does not exist, so we need to return false. Okay, so is exists. Okay, so is exists. Okay, next we need to output the value inside the array numbers. So system.out.println numbers I. Okay, let's run. Okay, so we have a 53, 7, 70, 87, 31, 80. Okay, so as you can see, there is no duplicates. All of them are unique. So let's change this one because the number is too big. So let's say 10. So it will increment from 1 to 10. Or it will random from 1 to 10. Okay, so we have a unique numbers here. So that is the complete example of generating a unique number using methods and functions in Java. Thank you for watching, and if you have any questions, just write it in the comment below, and don't forget to subscribe to keep up to date on these tutorials. Thank you.